How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eddie Star Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for the zodiac sign Taurus. I'm going to today I'm going to do something a little different where I'm actually going to start off with Oracle, couple or a few cards with Oracle, and then I'm going to expand with Tarot. But this is just kind of like what you guys need help with right now, right? It's been working out pretty well. Let's just get started. Spirit, what do we have for Taurus? Spirit, what do we have for Taurus? All right, Spirit. The first card is coming out for you guys is the Hidden Path. Then the Flame Tree. Oh wow, you guys, there's some cards that are coming out today that I haven't seen before, which is awesome. And then Remembrance. And on the bottom of the deck we have Achievement. So you guys are doing something, right? Okay, so let's start off, you guys, first with the bottom of the deck energy, which I have is Remembrance, is Achievement. It says keep focus on your dream. So Taurus says, I feel like this is the way Spirit tells us to keep going, right? It's giving us that nudge that you guys are going to receive your guys' blessings, but to stay focused on the goal that you guys are working on, whatever that may be. The first card, you guys, we have is the Hidden Path. It says the marriage of spirit and matter. You guys, when I see this card, man, this to me is always it's an awakening card to me. So Taurus says you guys might maybe started to dabble. Some of you guys, I feel like, are starting to dabble with spirituality. Maybe you guys are getting these. You guys know about the third eye. You know, you guys you've had some type of awakening. Also, when I see this card, you guys, I think of ayahuasca, or I think of like plant medicine. So maybe you guys are dabbling in that. Also, when I get the Hidden Path, it tells me that you guys understand now that there's some purpose to why you're here, other than you getting up and trying to make a whole bunch of money, right? To live comfortably. That is the mundane matrix, right? I feel like you guys had some type of awakening where you looked around and you realized, like, damn, like I've been walking around with the sheep, right? Not to say that you need to become a wolf, but you understand now. It's like, damn, I've been a cattle being herded, just there's no reason why us humans should get up, kill ourselves, going to work 9 to 5, come back, either drink or watch Netflix. And that's kind of a lifestyle that we live. And some of us are okay with that drone lifestyle, but I feel like you've woken up. You've had some type of awakening, and I feel like maybe plant medicine was the case. Or some of you guys just had the awakening, right? Also, I feel like what it's saying to you guys is that the hidden path meaning that you guys have a purpose here in this world. Just knowing that information, you guys, maybe you've come from this place where you always ask yourself, Taurus, why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, this shit just doesn't make sense, right? I feel like there was something more that I should be doing with my time. And that's what this Hidden Path card is all about, I feel like. Maybe you guys are in your 30s, also 43, 40s. You could be younger, but I do feel like it's just talking about maturing more spiritually. You could be getting synchronicities as well. And also, I feel like what it's saying too is when you understand that you have a life purpose, that there is something that you are meant to do here, there's a blueprint on your life, then you start to follow that. That's when things start to get real magical around you. That's when things start to excel, right? Then we start to have fun with what we're doing. Then we realize that the universe is working in our favor. That's a magical place to be in. I want to tell you guys is, and what Spirit always tells me to tell you guys, what my guides, what God tells me to tell you guys, is that you always want to go after your guys' dreams, your passions. That's what the Hidden Path is. A lot of the times, the shit that we wanted to do when we were a kid, is what you should be doing. It's the things that scare you the most, Taurus. Whatever is burned in your heart, whatever you desire, that thing that scares you the most. Sometimes it's like, it's far-fetched to people. It's like, oh, I want to be that doctor. I want to fix eyes. Or I want to do brain surgery. Or it's like, I want to work on films. I want to have my own business. For everyone, it looks a little different, right? But that passion is burned in us. It's the thing that you think that you can't do. And a lot of the times we can aim, there's something, God has a bigger plan for us. When we actually go after that, many things start to sprout from that, right? And I just feel like what they're saying is that it's time to start something new. And that path is what I'm talking about. I feel like you guys already have an inclination as to what that really is. The flame tree is talking about starting something new. I'm being guided. You guys could be, some of you guys I'm talking to, Tauruses, are in your 30s. Or you could be 30 or just turned 30. I don't know why I thought about this yesterday and I'm thinking about it right now. I don't know why I'm grabbing the tarot deck. I want to read the book meaning for this card. But I'm going to tell you guys a story real quick. When I went through the spiritual, I think that I'm being guided to tell you guys my story because you guys are going to resonate with it. When I first awakened, I feel like I awakened way before, but I ignored it. The issue that I was dealing with within my spirituality is that I was dealing with alcoholism and drug addiction. It was keeping me. It was something that I found I was coping with. I felt like my whole life I had gifts. I was already very spiritual as a child, but I wasn't nourished, right? I wasn't in an environment where my spirituality can shine, or I can shine, right? My light can shine, because I was in I went through a very abusive childhood. I've seen domestic violence. The multitude of things that I saw as a kid, I brought that stuff into my adulthood. And one of the ways for me to escape, it was through drugs and alcohol. And from the age of 15 all the way up to the age of 33, I struggled with it, right? So it's over a decade, almost 15 years, right? But what happened for me, you guys, is I got to this place where, and it started in my early 20s, like around 26 when I lost. So I came out of the military. I think I was telling this story in one of my other readings. I could have said in this one, I just don't remember. I'm doing one reading after one back to back, so I'm getting my stories mixed up. But I was in the military, and when I got out of the military, I was dealing with PTSD as well, you guys. So like there's a whole bunch of things that I've had to overcome. There's been a lot of adversity, and that, you guys, it is the storyline for a lot of us people who become healers, for a lot of people who have a calling on their life, who have a spiritual calling. There is a purpose, and then there's a divine life purpose. There's the higher calling. That higher calling, you guys, is usually something that you've healed from and that you need to heal others. That's why I do this channel. I want to aid people through the spiritual process. And I also want you guys to create. I want you guys to go after your guys' dreams. It is burned in my heart to help another person. I've gone through some major suffering in my life, and I understand now why I had to go through that suffering. Because there's other people out there that need to hear my story to heal from it. Because when we, and I learned this in AA, it's like when you connect with another person and you realize you're not alone in the world anymore, it feels a lot better, right? But when I lost my my marriage, and I just kind of went off the rails, my addictions became worse. But I remember there was some time periods when I was using and stuff like that. I had some of these experiences, these DMT experiences, and then I also had some near-death experiences as well, 2 of them, where I saw some things that I couldn't make ends of it, right? And the things that were said within those experiences, I just knew that there was something more. It was when I turned 33 when I got sober, you guys. It was that last time getting sober. And I've been sober now since January 20th of 2020. And so it's been quite some time, but somewhere around the 6-month mark is when I started to have this awakening again. Started seeing the sequence numbers. All this information started pouring in. Like, I don't know why I wanted to look up I started reading the Zephyrah. What is it? It's the Sephra, which is like it's the Kabbalah. It was the golden ratio came up. Sacred geometry, shaman practices. I started wanting to do things that I never wanted to do or even thought about before. This information was flooding in, and I had this thirst for knowledge, right? And this thirst for things that I would have never thought before, right? At that time period, it took a lot of work in between within the spirituality to get to reading tarot. But what I'm saying is the hidden path for me hasn't even been unlocked. Me doing tarot took a while because I had also religious programming, dogma, right? So those are all stages that I'm talking about. And I feel like you guys, you're on that process. And maybe it's the initial phase, but you're there. You see the light being burned within, right? It's what I just talked about. It's this flame, this thirst that you have that's in your spirit to keep going. It says a creative, so the flame tree card is called a start of something new. A creative spark has ignited from deep within your soul. Dude, ooh, I'm getting chills, I want to cry. And this will soon develop into a passionate flame through which a new ideal will come to you. This card heralds the start of something new. This could be a new area of study, a new business, or a new interest of some kind. Whatever it is, it will develop progressively and steadily, and it just keeps on growing. It will develop into a deep passion and remain a significant part of your life for years to come. You will thank your lucky stars for discovering something that you truly love, be, and do. For the time being, all you need to do is relax and allow. Simply keep an open mind and heart over the next few weeks and pay attention to your intuition. Yeah, you guys, that's amazing, man. I want to cry because I feel like you guys have something special going on. I have a notification. You have something very special going on. Whatever you start, you're gonna notice this. I feel like you guys are healers. You guys have this healing energy to you guys. Taurus is humble energy as well. You guys are givers. I feel like whatever you start new, God and the divine, because God wants you guys to know, I'm getting that push from my guides, is to tell you that you are loved, you are cherished. The heavens love you. It doesn't matter about the things that you've done in the past. It doesn't matter about the things that you've lost in the past. Maybe some of you guys have lost a loved one. I'm getting that maybe that's one of the reasons why you guys are going through a pain right now. But there are some emotions that you're going through from past that are hurting you. That's part of the process, you guys. We need to heal from that stuff, right? For me, you guys, I had to let go of a lot of pain that I dealt with the abuse that I dealt with. I had to let go of a lot of the shit that I saw in Afghanistan war. It's just a lot of the abuse and neglect that I've gone through throughout my life, right? You can overcome it, but I feel like the first step that you guys take in the area of spirituality or the area of helping or just something that you guys want to start, I feel like it's going to activate this whole new life. You guys got something very special coming to you guys. I'm telling you, you'll start to see money come in. You'll start to see people come in. When you guys make the step, that's when God takes hold and starts bringing things into your life. You're just going to be like, whoa, what the heck happened? Like, I can't even explain this. People wouldn't believe me if I told you the stories, right? For me, you guys, I'll tell you, I'll give you a story real quick. I'm not even going to get into tarot because the oracles have literally brought out a whole reading for you guys. The story, and then we'll get into the remembrance card, which is talking about resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. There's some past issues that you guys are dealing with that I brought up that you guys are going through as well. But the story that I was going to tell you, what was I going to say right now? Oh, starting something new. In the 6-month mark, you guys, there was 2 things that happened to me that I'll never forget. One of them was this, and this is I feel like these stories are made to help. These are things are my truths that I never wanted to talk about before because I was embarrassed, right? I never wanted people to know that I was an addict. I didn't want people to know I was an alcoholic, that I was homeless, that I had to deal with homelessness too, you guys. And those things, I lost everything. I'm talking about, I only had 1 shoe, a pair of jeans, and a shirt. And I didn't shower for weeks. it was disgusting, you guys. It was like I had to overcome that, and to get everything back in this last time, you guys, it's like I never want to go back to that lifestyle again. But the story that I want to talk to you guys about is the 6-month mark is when I actually started taking initial steps. I started to trust and to walk in faith. I started listening to those angel numbers. For me, it was the angel numbers that really got me. I started listening to the 444, 222, 111 because I kept seeing that even way before, like I said before, right? But I just ignored it. I didn't know what they meant. I was like, oh, wow, I think that's good luck. That's what I would used to say, right? But I actually started looking up the angel numbers. Angel number 333. Oh, wow. And then I started to recognize that, wait a minute, there's other numbers that I'm seeing. One of them that you guys could be seeing from the numbers of the card is 30 and 34. It could be 343. See, it's not. So it could be 34, 33 from two different cards, but it's 343 is what I'm getting. So you guys might be seeing 343 or 3030, or you might be seeing a palindromic number, 1221, which all it means is inverted. It could be read linear or straightforward, and it could be read backwards. You guys are picking up on a lot of synchronicities. You guys could be hearing things in music. You guys could be hearing conversations. It's like you'll have a conversation, and then you'll remember some words from there, and then you'll hear it in a song. It's the way that spirit connects with us. There's this secret language going on, right? It might be a little bit ahead of where you guys are at, but you'll start to recognize that these are, what I'm talking about are activations. That's what I'm trying to activate you guys, so you guys can start to recognize that the world around you is literally made for you. This place is a test. This place is for you to evolve spiritually. Also, I do feel like we're doing time here, and it's because of some things that we've done in the past, but that's okay. The story. Let's get to the story. So, Taurus is when I started to move in faith, I got a scholarship, a $30,000 scholarship for a master. It was a light worker mastermind program, and it was the first time being rewarded, right? But it was because I listened to spirit. They were teaching me how to manifest. They were teaching me how to keep my vibrations high. What they were teaching me within that moment, though, that lesson was that it was, and I had to move in faith because this girl, I found this girl. So this girl started popping up on my feeds, and I the way that I found it though is I was actually looking up that day. I was looking up a number. I think it was 21, right? And then so I piggybacked off of that. I actually meditated for 21 minutes. They said 21, and then I was looking up some sacred geometry, and I saw 21 pop up, and then there was this ad. I picked on the ad, moving in faith, because that's what they told me to do. Listen to the synchronicities within the angel numbers that they were giving me. And so after that, you guys, I got onto this page, and this girl popped up, and she was a light worker. It was the first time even seeing this, what this meant. And she was taught, and then I was like, all right, I picked on it, and then I picked up on her social medias. So I went on Instagram and I looked at her. One, she was very beautiful. So I feel like Spirit does this on purpose because sometimes we need to see someone who's attractive, right? And also there was something about her aura. She was just glowing. And the things that so I let it go for that day, right? And I think it was the next day I got an alert that she was on live. And so I got on live, and she was talking about everything that was going on in my life. And that's the way God works, you guys. Spirit works. I say everything around us, if you start to tap in and tune in and just listen, sometimes it's not going to make sense. Like I said before, linear. Concepts are not linear sometimes. They're versatile. They're interwoven. It's all set up. That's how I read. We all read. Readers read because we're reading everything. And anything that comes to us, we have to trust it, right? And it always resonates in some way or another. Maybe not with everybody, but it's going to resonate with somebody, right? God utilizes our conversations with tarot to help and aid other people, right? But I started listening to the guidance. And she was talking about her life, how she how she overcame addiction, how she just went for it, and she was telling us, you need to go for it. And I just started messaging her. I was like, you know what, I let go of my fear, and I was like, you know what, I think that you're amazing. I said this and this, And I just kind of put myself out there, and she said, you should sign up for my light worker program. And I did. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't have any money. How am I going to do this? And she I felt like God was working with her too, right? She heard my story, because you go through an interview process with her, right? And then like the retainer was like 10,000, and then it was like a 30. So there was three major sessions with it. But you guys, I ended up telling her, I was like, I don't have the money to do this, or I said that. But before I said that I was going to put in the work, any work that I could to make sure that this was going to happen. And I just had faith. I was like, you know what? I feel like God's going to get me this. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to do it. And I remember my girlfriend, or my girl at that time, was thinking I was nuts. And I thought I was nuts too. So that's how this spiritual game works, right? I know the story's a little long, guys, but it means something. Someone needs to hear this. So I remember she posted on her Instagram, I have a B Cop essay, and there's scholarships. I'm gonna have 2 positions open for a scholarship to happen. B Cop meaning it's like indigenous people, right? I'm Native American, so I was like, dude, it's God talking, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna write an essay. So when we got to the interview section, I told her that I don't have the money right now. And she loved my story. She loved where I was coming from, what I wanted to create. And I just told her, I am going to write an essay for the B Cop, but I'm going to do whatever it takes. If I have to just pay, if we have to break up the payments, if we can do that, possibly. And she said, let's make it happen. Let's see what can happen. And I wrote my essay, you guys. I just told her, and you guys, this is the first. What I had started learning in my life at that time period too, with being in Alcoholics Anonymous, because right, I had to get sober first in my journey. What they had taught me within the realms of AA is to be honest, and I was just honest. One of the things I forgot to tell you is that I lost my brother at 6 months as well. When I got this scholarship, I lost my brother to the disease of alcoholism and drug addiction. My brother had ended his own life. And so, you guys, Taurus, it's a crazy story, right? And I remember thinking to myself, I had overcome what he had died from. And there was many times that my psychic or my intuition had told me, hey, you need to call your brother because something's wrong. Something just doesn't feel right. And I ignored it. And then I also said, what if I call him and he doesn't want to hear what I have to say? I want to tell him that, dude, I've gotten better. I've gotten help. And I didn't listen to my intuition. And when it happened, I want to cry right now, but I always said after the fact, one of the things, it's like I don't have the ability where I think that I could have changed that situation. Could I possibly have? Maybe. But I've come to terms with it. There was some work that I had to do with that. But for me, you guys, it taught me is that I should, whenever I have those intuitive nudges, I want to listen to them. Also, if I'm too scared to say something, or if I'm nervous and it's something that I had done in the past that's blocking me from helping another person, I always do it anyways, because I don't know if it's going to be that person's last time, right? But I ended up getting that scholarship, you guys. I wrote the essay. I talked about losing my brother. I talked about dealing with Afghanistan, alcoholism, drug addiction, and that I wanted to help veterans. I want to help, females that have gone through domestic violence. I want to help children who have gone through neglect, abuse. I want to create programs in a new way. But for me, I want to do this spiritually. I want to do it differently from the programs that are here. I want to do Alcoholics Anonymous, a program that's different. It has that AA mixed and interfused with spirituality, right? Not to say that it already does, because it does have that, but you see what I'm saying, you guys? There's more to it. There's more to the storyline, is what I'm saying. But it only takes you guys to take that initial step. I ended up getting that $30,000 scholarship, and I had a full ride to this light worker program. But it was because I walked in faith, I believed, and it happened. I feel like That's what's going to happen for you guys. That's the hidden path, and that is the flame tree. You guys have something special within you. I think that you already know that, even if you don't. You guys you guys do have some remembrance here of past emotions that need to get fulfilled. You need to work through it. I always say it like this, you guys. Anything that's resurfacing, it's resurfacing because it needs to be addressed. You don't need to talk to everyone, but you need to talk to someone. You got to dance. You don't have to dance with everyone, but you have to dance with someone. So there's a reason why, which means you have to tell your secrets. Secrets in the body become poison, and after a while, that poison gets affected in our mind. So those things need to be addressed. Whatever you guys are dealing with, I just told you guys some of the things that I dealt with, and some of the things that I still deal with today. It's something that needs to be addressed. This is a little bit longer of a read, Tauruses, but you guys needed it. I'll say it like this, man. You're getting clear. There's clarity. There's a new beginning and this new opportunity, this thing that you need to go after it. Go after your guys' dreams. Those dreams are burned in our heart for a reason. Stay focused on the goal, and you guys are going to make it. All right, Tauruses, I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Keep going, man.